Hi, it's Larissa. Um, I decided to make this video because I've sort of been claiming to live in the spotlight and tell everybody, everything about my life on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter and what I have been trying to hide and keep people from seeing is my addiction. And that's even a hard word for me to say. And I already know I'm going to record this video and I'm going to hesitate uploading it. But I've decided that I'm going to go to treatment and I posted about it a lot on Facebook. I also posted on Facebook that I've been priding myself in telling the truth all the time, and I haven't told what really happened to me and how I got to where I am. Right now, I am staying with a friend because I was staying with my sister and I got kicked out because I got quite a bit of money and I didn't tell her. I just went out and drank. And I was supposed to babysit, but I was passing out drunk. And that was last Tuesday. And from then on, I just partied with my rent money and my grocery money. And I just kept on partying. I didn't stop. I spent a lot of money on myself. And I drank most of my money. And I think it was Saturday morning, because of the amount of drinking that I was doing, I started to feel so sick. I started to worry that the amount of drinking that I was doing was killing me. And I talked to my mom and maybe a couple of my friends, and I was like, I literally feel like I'm dying. Like, I literally feel like I'm dying. And I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, is it just a really bad hangover? Like, am I just, sketching out because I've been drinking too much? Or should I just, go to the hospital? And my mom was like, stop thinking about it. Go to the hospital now. And I was like, okay. One of my friends was at the library at the time, downtown Vancouver. And I was like, I need you to come get me. And I need you to walk me to the hospital. I literally feel like I'm dying right now. he said, okay. And he came down and he saw how just wrecked I was. Like, I was really, really, really wrecked. And I'm drinking water because, you know, I've been really nervous about making this video. We got about maybe a block or two, and I was holding my stomach, and I didn't really tell people that I had been puking up blood, and that was one of the reasons why I was so scared that I thought I was dying. And my friend was standing with me, and I couldn't walk anymore. I held on to a light post, and I was literally like hunched right over in pain. And some woman out of nowhere, some random woman, she doesn't know me, she doesn't know my situation, she doesn't know what was going on. She walked up to me and she put her hand on me. And she didn't even ask if I was okay or what was going on. She was just like, we're gonna get an ambulance. We're gonna get an ambulance. And I looked at my friend, I'm like, yeah, I need an ambulance. I can't walk. And I fell down. And I was on my knees on the sidewalk there, where, like, somewhere downtown, construction workers walking all around, and, you know, business people walking by and stuff, and people were looking at me like, is this girl okay? Like, what's going on? Like, and, you know, most people, like, kind of looked with worry in their eyes, like, okay, like, she's got a couple of people with her, they'll take care of her. And most people just saw, a woman in distress and thought, oh, okay, whatever, kept on walking. But I started to vomit blood right there on the street. And as I was laying there getting sick, I literally thought I was gonna die. I literally was laying there thinking, oh my god, this is it. Like, this is it, Larissa. Like, you're gonna die right here in the street. Like, all your friends that were, partying with me, like, none of them were there. And I was like, I had one friend that, was there with me. He waited until the ambulance came, but I was like, oh my god. Like, this is really happening right now. Like, there was so much blood. I was like, this is it. Like, are you happy, Larissa? Like, are you happy? Like, the road that you've been on, everything that you've been doing, like, this is really it. You're gonna die right here in the street. And I was scared, I didn't want to die this alcoholic that, keeps on losing control. I wanted to, because I was I was crown princess of the Greater Vancouver Native Culture Society. And I was like, I wanted people to know that I can do this. Like, I can be an ambassador for the trans community. I can do this. And I was like, I'm gonna die. And most people are gonna look at me and think, and sorry, my screen went off. People are gonna look at me and think, You know, she could have been a really good princess. You know, she had a lot of potential. You know, she could have done it. You know, I didn't want to be a husband. I didn't want to be this person that keeps on losing control and died as a result. You know, at 25 and like leaving behind my family was scared. My friends, I was scared. And I literally thought with the amount of blood that I had lost at sorry, computer's telling me what time it is. Anyway, the ambulance came when that woman stayed, and my friend stayed with me until the ambulance came and they got me. And they asked me what was going on, and I told them the truth about everything. You know, hey, I've been doing a lot of drinking. I told them how long I've been drinking and what I've been drinking and when I started vomiting blood. And one of the doctors that I saw put me on IV medication. And they had to do like the IV blood thing when you like lose blood. Anyway, they had to do that, and they kept me on it for about over 12 hours to like just keep me alive. And one of the doctors that I spoke to while I was laying there literally told me, he was like, you have lost so much blood because of the alcohol poisoning that if you did not come in when you did, you would have died. Like right there in the street, right where like the ambulance picked you up, you would have died. Like, you came when you did, and you are really, really lucky. And I just laid there crying, and I felt so bad. And one of the nurses came in, and she was like, she probably seen this a million times. You know, alcoholics or druggies going in there for the same reason. And she's like, well, I gotta change your IV bag. So she did, and I can tell that she was like, not happy. And she's like, we can keep you alive. We can, keep you on your meds and bring you back to health and send you home. But unless you figure out why you're doing what you're doing, you're just gonna end up back here. And she didn't come back. There were other nurses, coming in and out, talking to me, trying to keep me calm, trying to keep me comfortable, and giving me water all day. And I was allowed to eat ice and drink water, and that was it. After about 12 hours on IV, they released me, and I had to sign a piece of paper saying that if I really need to, I can go back to the hospital and do another whatever bag it is of that IV medication. And I was so sick still, and in a lot of pain and really sore after I left, that I rested, and I tried to keep hydrated, and a day after that, because that was Saturday night, Sunday I spent the day mostly sleeping and eating and drinking tea and drinking a lot of lemon water. And I finally started to feel better. I started letting people know how sorry I was for things that I missed out on because I was too sick to go. most people were like, you know what, it's like, we're just glad that you're okay now. We were just worried about you. And I started posting on Facebook that I was going to try to get into treatment and get sober and continue being an ambassador for the trans community and the Greater Vancouver Native Culture Society, and do it sober and um, take care of myself and just try to pick myself up, because I've really, fallen hard, and I've fallen really, really deep, and like I'm at the end of my rope. So I gotta start climbing, and I know that getting sober is the only chance that I have at picking myself up and moving forward and taking responsibility for my actions that got me to where I am. And that's it, I guess. I wanted to share, you know, my brutal truth, my near death experience, and talk about, somebody that'll reach out and, help me figure out, how to get, what treatment options I have or whatever. And so hopefully I can continue making videos and talking about my progress and take my videos more seriously and, continue with my makeup and my hair tutorials and my chat videos. And hopefully the next time you see me, I'll be talking about my progress. So I'm gonna keep making videos about staying sober. Here we go.